Okay. Sorry about that. Hold on. Sorry. Hey, that was a little jarring to see, but let me let me do some things. But what happened is that while I was streaming, I was trying to upgrade my graphics driver. So right when the installation was done, it kind of just like crashed everything. So let me get everything back to working order. Okay, and here, and we're good. Okay, so anyway, as I was saying, today I was taking a bath, and I literally just started taking a bath, right? And because I remembered, because I was applying the body wash on my left arm, which is where I usually start. I usually start with the left arm and then go to the right arm, and then the chest, back, ass, and then the legs. Yeah, that's how I apply the body wash. Right when I got to the left arm, all of a sudden the electricity went out. Okay, hold on. We're good and back online, just in case. Back online. So, yeah, right. And of course, I was listening to Distractable while I was bathing, because I don't really have anything else to listen to, well, except for music. But they. Hello. Yeah, so there was a blackout when I was taking a bath. Two blackouts simultaneously, actually. Because there was one that didn't last that long. Yeah, I forgot to upgrade my graphics driver because I have a GeForce. I have a RTX 3060 graphics card. So I forgot to upgrade it. And right when it finished updating, the system, the program crashed. So anyway, but yeah, was taking a bath, had a blackout, two back to back, because the first one only lasted for like maybe a few seconds, and then the second one came in, and that one lasted longer, but then it came back on. And of course, I was listening to an episode of Distractable, which a new episode came out yesterday called Fuck You Energy, which, that was basically just a repeat episode of How Dare You, but it's with like a different tone. Anyway, so what made me... I don't remember what episode it was. I think it was Disappointing Our Parents, I believe. Don't remember. But nothing else happened. And how are we today? It's confusing. It was a confusing day today. Because I just talked about how when I was taking a bath earlier today, I had two blackouts back to back. Or like, two electricity shortages back to back. But later today, before dinner, my mom couldn't figure out like what we should have for dinner, so she eventually went for like rotisserie chicken, and she went to like the nearby Kroger to get some rotisserie chicken, and she was gone for like minutes, like. Thank you. Thanks for the follow, Dulce Spinova 17. Anyway, so she went to Kroger to get like a rotisserie chicken for dinner. I think they didn't have any rotisserie chickens, so she went with like this type of steak, whatever it was, which I've mentioned before. I'm not a huge fan of steak. I just don't like the texture of it. So she gets these 2 steaks and uses a coupon, a Kroger coupon, to get like the steaks for like half the price or some shit. And she puts in the steaks for the checkout line, and as she looked at the receipt, they rang her up wrong. They rang it up wrong. So she was like, "Hey, you rung this up wrong. I had a coupon for this." And the cashier was like, "You're gonna have to take that to customer service." And she was there for a while. She was there for a long while. Now, and this person in front of her, in front of my mom, this person had like a $100 gift card. A $100 Kroger gift card that apparently had nothing on it. And so she was like, did it have nothing on it, or were they trying to pull a fast one on them? She eventually gets to customer service, whatever, and then... I'm sorry. It got to customer service, and by the time she got out of the store, it was raining. It was raining. Dang, I don't know if it still is. No idea. And my dad is just getting frustrated, going like, he gets hangry. Hangry is what we would say. Because, hungry and angry. So he's just like, what is taking her so long? And at one point, he just like gets out the front door and is about to go into his car to see what's going on. And as he gets out the front door, there comes my mom and a Scion XP. With like 3 steaks. So whatever, whatever needed to be done, it was done and dealt with. So yeah, that was that. So I guess now we can get into the weekend update, which, man, this weekend was eventful. No more blackouts. I don't know why she needed to go to customer service. That has never happened to me. Hey, yeah, I don't know. I never worked in grocery stores. In fact, I never had a job. Mostly because I crack under pressure, and I don't think I would do well with customers. Not really. Anyway, not important. I was gonna go into the weekend update, which was on Thursday. On Thursday, I said that on Friday we were going to be going to a German restaurant to celebrate my brother graduating in college. Oh, by the way, the Thursday VOD had to be edited because the music video for Monaqueen's ZTA Bologna had to be edited out because it was blocked. So that's frustrating, but what am I gonna do, right? If I try to dispute it, I'm gonna end up risking a copyright strike. So might as well not even bother. Anyway, so we went to the German restaurant Steinhaus Keller. If I haven't mentioned it, it's a German restaurant that we've been to before. I've mentioned that I had and the first time that we went there, we had what was it? A Black Forest chicken schnitzel, which was basically fried chicken with like white sauce, Black Forest ham, and baby bella mushrooms, and like some type of cheese, probably Gouda. And I just remembered loving it. I absolutely loved it. And we went there this time and couldn't find it on the menu. That sucked. And then my brother wanted to try like their pretzels, because their pretzels are huge. I said that, like, I don't know if I said it, but their pretzels are so big that they have to hang on like a banana hook. Like those types of hooks that you would put your stalks of bananas on there and just let them hang, probably to stay fresh. I don't know. But yeah, actually, we reserved to go to that restaurant at like 6:15, right? But my dad confused it with 5:15, so we left at like around 4 o'clock. And my mom was just like, "Why are we? Yeah, why are we out here at 4 o'clock? Yeah, the reservation is at 6:15." And my dad is like, "I didn't think it was gonna be that late. Oh, I must have misheard it." So we had to stop at like a nearby pub, the Copper Penny, is what it's called. Great place to be at, and the Copper Penny. Yeah, we didn't really eat much. We just had like alcoholic drinks. I think my mom had like some martini or margarita or some shit, and me, my dad, and my brother had beers, really. And we just stuck with like an appetizer, fried pickles. That's it. But then after a while, we just sat there talking, whatever, and we eventually get to the restaurant, which is just like down the street. It's not that far away. We get there. Actually, I want to show a picture of what the inside of Steinhaus Keller looks like. Let me pull up Opera here. Yeah, close that, whatever. Let's see. Let's see if a picture of it and it actually shows up on images. Images. What would be a good picture? God, not a lot of these are good enough pictures. Well, anyway, whatever. It's fine. You could probably look it up yourself. So we go there. They put in our like drink orders in. I get another beer. Seems like you guys have some good times. Wish I could relate. Yeah, well, that's living with my parents. They love to travel. They love to like explore places, which I don't hate it. I don't hate that. Especially going to restaurants, I don't hate it. Anyway, so we get our beer orders in, our drink orders in. My dad orders like a light beer. I order a dark beer. I think my mom just orders like a water, and I think my brother Ed ordered like a lemonade or some shit. I don't remember. But we get the appetizer, which was the Bavarian pretzel, is what it was called. But I was looking at the menu, going like, they don't have the Black Forest chicken schnitzel. Oh, which that's okay. The menus change all the time. It's fine. So I was like, okay, what looks interesting enough to try. And then I see it at the bottom left. Chicken cordon bleu, which is basically a Black Forest chicken schnitzel, but without the baby Bella mushrooms. So I saw that, I'm like, oh yes, okay, I finally get to try some chicken cordon bleu. Thank you, and thanks for the follow, Ira Brooks. We tried the. I finally ordered the chicken cordon bleu. First time having it, and let me tell you, that is some good stuff. Chicken and ham along with cheese, and it tastes so good. And of course it came with like 2 accompaniments, and again I went like, can I just double order on the fries? And they were like, yeah, sure, you can do that. And I'm like, all right, sweet. That was actually a really funny thing, because my brother was like going through his order, and she was like, okay, what kind of accompaniments do you want? Sides, basically. And he's like, oh, I need some time to make a decision. Go to my brother. And he points at me, and I just go through my order quick. Like, I was like, I want a chicken cordon bleu, and is it possible to double order on the fries? And she's like, yeah, totally. Yeah, okay, sweet. And then it goes back to him, and he's like, that was fast. Like, hey, I know what I want. And that was actually one of the rare moments where I loved what I was eating, but I couldn't finish the plate because it was so much. So, yeah, that was Friday. Saturday, not really much happened. Sunday was interesting. So Sunday was like the day that we were heading back here. We were heading back to here because for those of you who don't know, we're supposed to be selling this house. Where I live, we have nothing like that. You don't have to tell me, of course, if you don't want to. So we have a lake house in Hot Springs, Arkansas. Not going to say exactly where, because that's going to pretty much fuck us, pretty much screw my family over, kind of. But currently, right now, I'm in Arlington, Texas. So in like the Denton, Dallas, Fort Worth area. Anyway, so we're heading back from Arkansas to here. And when it's getting around lunch, my dad was just going like, okay, what do you guys want for lunch? We can do like, yeah, I'm not going to dox myself. Don't worry. My dad told me not to, because he's like, okay, don't tell you like what lake you're on. Don't tell him what lake you're on. Don't tell him exactly where we are. And I'm like, I don't even know what lake we're on. And he's like, okay, we're good. Anyway, so not important. When it came to lunch, my dad, we were listening to Top 40 radio because that's what I listened to in the car. We were listening to Top 40 radio. He turns the music down and he's like, okay, what do you guys want to do for lunch? We couldn't do Chick-fil-A. It was a Sunday. We couldn't do Chick-fil-A. So he was like, okay, we can do McDonald's, Whataburger, Sonic, Taco Bell. I immediately nixed Taco Bell because I don't go to Taco Bell or Arby's. And I was open for either one. Well, except for Taco Bell. I was open for anything but Taco Bell. I don't know how many times I have to say it. But my mom was just like, honestly, Whataburger sounds nice. I'm like, okay, I guess we're doing Whataburger. And of course, my dad has to complain about it, going like, we're gonna order like 4 burgers and it's gonna take 15 minutes. And like there was an argument between my mom and my dad going on, like there was like some shouting, yelling, whatever. There's some frustrations. My older brother Ed, he's in the back seat, I'm in the front seat, because I can't stand being in the same row as him. Then don't really ask. So he goes like, he sides with my mom on this, going like, I don't think you were yelling. But me, I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything during the entire thing. And because I'm like, well, okay. So I was just looking out the window, and we eventually settled on Whataburger, and then we get our orders in. My mom orders like a junior burger. My brother Ed, he ordered something, I don't remember. And I ordered their new, why not Taco Bell? I hate Whataburger though, or any burger place for that matter. I don't know, I just don't really, I never really liked fast food Mexican places. I'm kind of opening up to it now because I've tried believe it or not, we still have a Taco Bueno around here. I tried a bit of that on New Year's. It wasn't that bad. It was just meh. Anyway, so we go to Whataburger. My mom gets a junior burger. My brother had no idea what he ordered. I ordered like a southern, what was it? It was a southern bacon Whata chicken sandwich, spicy too, because I'm a spice lord and gotta have something spicy. And my dad orders like a 3-piece chicken nuggets, or like 3-piece Whata chicken tenders is what they're called. and gets like a barbecue dipping sauce. My mom, she gets like a lemonade for a drink. My brother Ed, he gets a Dr. Pepper, and I get a Coke, right? And we get our orders in. It took 20 minutes. It took 20 minutes for us to like get our orders, really. But then as we're driving off, I'm looking into the bag and I'm like, where'd the chicken strips? So basically my dad just like put karma on himself. He put karma on himself by like talking shit about Whataburger, and then all of a sudden he doesn't have his chicken strips. So we're just like, great, okay. Hey, we still like Whataburger. It's kind of a Texan thing for me. But if you don't like Whataburger, that's fine. I'm not gonna judge you for it. I will judge you if you like In-N-Out more than Whataburger. I will judge you silently, I would say. Because I think I've talked about this. My sister's fiance's siblings came to Texas at one point, and they were just like, if we go to Texas, we have to go to In-N-Out. And we're just like, I'm just like, you pick In-N-Out over what? Oh my god. So whatever. Nothing much happened like afterwards. We get home. And okay. That's fine. Because I've only been In-N-Out once, and I wasn't really impressed. And been to Whataburger like maybe 5 times at least, and I still love going to Whataburger. I think I talked about going to Whataburger before my 21st birthday to get my state ID, and at the time they had this chicken pico de gallo sandwich, and on a scale of 1 to 10, that pico de gallo chicken sandwich was like an 8. That was a really good chicken sandwich. I loved it. Anyway, back to the update. So we get home. Usually when we get home, we don't want to cook or anything, so we just usually get takeout. And at this point, we get like Pizza Hut, which is not what we usually get for pizza. We get Domino's usually, but this time we got Pizza Hut because no idea. So we put our orders in, and as the pizza is ready, my dad is like about to head out the front door, and this is the weirdest thing. This one is like a running joke in our family, where he's about to head out the front door to get the pizzas, and right as he's heading out the front door, my uncle and aunt came in. We were just like, what are you doing here? Yeah, and apparently they were just like in the area, and they were just like, hey, let's visit them. Why not? And the reason why I say it's a running joke is because we call it the Meyer gene. And because my mom's last name is Meyer, my dad's last name is Short, obviously. And because my name is Nick Short, it's ironic because I'm 6'1". Anyway, so the Meyer gene is basically like we're waiting for this one person to like so that we can start dinner. We're waiting for them just to have dinner or whatnot, and then once we go like, all right, well, screw it, and we're just gonna start dinner without them. Right as we say that, and the person that we're waiting for just comes in the front door. They're just like, hey, sorry I'm late. And that happens for some reason. It even happened with my brother Max, because every time that we're like starting dinner, every time my parents are starting dinner or whatever, my brother Max just comes in with his work van and just like comes on the front door. It's like, hey guys, hey, so I'm home, and we're just like, okay. We just, oh my god. And we sat down, and for Sunday, we sat down, whatever. Or we just, like, had our pizzas come in. Okay, afterwards, our pizzas came in, and then we put it on the counter. I ordered what I usually get from Domino's, which was chicken, bacon, pepperoni, thin crust with, like, barbecue sauce as the base sauce. Pretty unhealthy, but it's still good. And as eventually our uncle and aunt left, and my brother Alex had a comment about that, where it's just like he had a comment about that, where at one point he said that, like, they came in right as dinner was starting, so he checks his watch and he's like, how? How does that happen? But it's a running joke and it's ridiculous. And so yeah, that was about it for Sunday. For Monday, not really much happened except for lunch, because we didn't bring the toaster oven that I had from to bring home. We left it in Hot Springs. We left it in the lake house. So, but the usual lunch that I would make, it was a grilled cheese. Yeah, that's why I wanted a toaster oven, just so I can make a grilled cheese. That could be its own story, I guess. But since I didn't have it, I was like, well, shit, how would I make a grilled cheese? And my mom was just like, well, you can use the stovetop to make one. Like, use the frying pan and all that. And I'm like, I don't know how to operate that. I'm going to need someone to teach me. And of course, my brother Ed, he took health class in high school, which was cooking class, basically. And he's like, no problem, I can teach you. So what he did is that, like, he put, like, a good-sized frying pan onto, like, I think it was the front burner, or I believe. He does that. He puts it up to 6. That's a mistake. I'll explain why. He puts it up to 6. He cuts off, like, a piece of butter and then puts it in the frying pan. And once it's hot enough, and then we just, like, put, like, the grilled cheese in there and whatever. And the reason why that was a big mistake is because by the time that grilled cheese was done, both sides were black. They were a solid black. So that happens. And I just remember biting into it. I was like, oh, kind of random, but are you looking to do streaming as a job? You said you have a hard time with the pressure of your day-to-day job, right? Yeah, I'm trying to make this a job, at least. I mean, any advice that you can give, I'll be willing to consider it, at least. I won't take the advice. I'll consider it, at least. And depending on if I take the advice or not, and depends on, like, if there's a difference, really. But yeah, but I ate the grilled cheese, and I just remember going, or just going, ugh, really bitter. By the time I was done, I was just like, really dry. So now I know that next time, if I were to be making a grilled cheese on the frying pan, put it at 4, not 6, or somewhere in between, at least. Okay, I have no experience with streaming or anything like that. I was just curious. Okay. Hey, that was something there is something that I wanted to ask, where it's that I kind of questioned, where it's like, I set my streams to mature only audiences. So I feel like if I were to like get rid of that restraint, obviously I'm gonna get more viewers because there's a chance that like the rest of the viewers could be like under the age of 18, like 13 to 17, really. Hey. Or maybe it's just like, this is an 18 and up stream. Are you sure you want to watch this? Is that what it is? I haven't tried it. Well, I mean, haven't checked really. But yeah, I'd say that's the weekend update. Oh my god, it was ridiculous. The update. Actually, wait. Oh, okay. So it's that kind of filter. Okay. No, you don't have to leave. I was wondering because like, I set my streams to 18 plus, and I was just like, is it like is the streaming thing like if you're under the age of 18 you can't watch this, or does it go like, yo, you do realize this guy's content is like 18 plus. Are you sure you want to watch this? And if you say yes, then it'll just go like, okay, I guess you want to watch it. And I did kind of question that, but I guess it doesn't really make a difference, does it? Okay. There was one. Okay, so I wanted to show what the chicken corn on blue looked like. I want to see if it'll translate well on camera because of the light. I might. I'm gonna have to check that later, or after stream. Okay, so what the chicken cordon bleu looked like was this. This was the chicken cordon bleu here. You can kind of see the chicken here with like the cheese and sauce, whatever. I don't know why they put the knife in the plate, and then there's like the double order of fries, which by the way was seasoned with lemon pepper, which I completely forgot about it once I ordered it. I completely forgot that it was seasoned with lemon pepper, so. Oh. No, because I remember while I was eating the fries, I would get the occasional ding right in the bottom right jaw, and I was like, "Why am I getting this ding in my jaw? I'm eating fries," and then I remembered, "Oh no, wait, this is lemon pepper." That explains it. But yeah, the mature thing, I'll have to look at that later. Okay, so I guess that could be it for the weekend update. So I guess I can get into the story, which if you don't know how the formatting works on this, it's the formatting works in the stream. I tell a story from my life on Tuesdays and a fun fact about me on Thursdays. Which, for Thursday, I'm going to have a bit of a hard time with that one. And so, I kind of struggled with this one. I kind of struggled with, like, what the story should be for today. Because I kind of battled between, like, this one about, like, wisdom teeth or this other one. I think I'm going to go for the other one. And for this one, and call it, I think I'll just call it 12 Days Abroad. Basically, it's about the time that the first time that I've actually went out of the U.S. towards Canada, basically. So, the story, I believe the story starts back in 2010. The summer of 2010, where well, I say 2010 because I remember this souvenir that we got. and it was a 2010 Whistler or like pom pom beanie or whatever. Or let me. It was around the time of the Winter Olympics. Yeah, I'll tell that one next week at least. Because that one wasn't really about pain for me. Let me look it up. Winter Olympics 2010. Where was it? Vancouver. Okay, yeah. I kind of remember that because I kind of remember it was in Vancouver because by the time we went to the Whistler Mountains, we saw like the giant Olympics sign. And there's a picture of me and my brother inside the Olympics sign. And just like having fun, whatever. So anyway, whatever. Start the story. It's 2010, summer of 2010. And my idea of like the trip was that we were supposed to go to Albuquerque or like New Mexico, whatever. And then we were supposed to go to Seattle, Washington. And Vancouver's in British Columbia, right? That's the area that you're in, right, Z? So at some point we wake up early in the day. We go to the airport. We head to Albuquerque. I think the valley east of Vancouver. Okay, and so I was kind of in the area of where you lived. Whatever. This is basically going to be stuff that I remember from that vacation, which is not going to be a whole lot, really. So we go to Albuquerque, not really much there, and then we go to Seattle, Washington. Or was it Albuquerque? See, I don't remember what was the first location, but I remembered we had to go to Seattle. Yeah, did you go to Cal's Win at Whistler? I don't remember, actually. Hey, we might have, but I don't remember. Anyway, so we go to Seattle, Washington. We rented this beach house. And this beach house for like 5 days. The entire idea of the trip was that we were supposed to go to Seattle for 5 days, Victoria for 4 days, Vancouver for 3 days, and I think somewhere else for like a day, well, 2 days, and then we go back to Washington for 1. But my dad couldn't take 15 days off of work, so we had to reduce it down to 12. Or it might have been like 14 days. Can't remember. Anyway, so no, we we rented the beach house. Cal's is an ice cream shop with tons of cow-based parrot stuff. It's where I got my Moo Wars shirt. And Moo Baka and Ham Solo. Oh, actually, now that you talk about it, I think I remember something like that. And where I think there was like a little figure of like Edward Cullen from Twilight, but instead of Edward Cullen, it's Edward Cullen. I don't remember if it was from there. So anyway, we rented the beach house in Seattle for 5 days, and not really much happened there. We did visit the science fiction museum, and we did step into the Space Needle, which I know it might have like the slightest bit of megalophobia, but that one I wasn't really terrified because I knew it was going to be like a big building. So I was just like, oh, okay. And plus, I didn't have a vertigo, so when I went to the window to look down, I was just like, okay. Hey, like I wasn't scared of heights, really. But nothing really big happened in Seattle. Well, actually, the best memory I have is from Seattle, or one of the best memories that I've had. So this this is so dumb, but I loved it. This memory that I have is, so for a time my breakfast was like 2 toasted bagels with like melted butter on it, and then I would just eat it like that, right? And and this was no exception because they had a toaster oven. It was fine. I just went and did that, and I was like, you know what? It's kind of peaceful outside. I might as well eat it while I'm outside in the backyard, because in the backyard, there's like, it's like a little small backyard, but there's like concrete steps that lead to the beach. Hold on. But as I'm heading outside, and with the toasted bagels, I see that like the neighbors have like a pen filled with chickens, right? And I see that the chickens managed to get into the backyard, and get into our backyard, right? So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna do some good karma here and feed these chickens. So I placed a plate down of and the toasted bagels onto the table that was in the backyard, and I took one of them and went over to the chickens. And that plate with the other bagel, that's gonna be important, and because as I take one of them, I started tearing it up into pieces and started feeding the chickens. And there was also like a robin bird, I believe, and I came in and I decided to feed that one too. So I'm feeding these chickens until eventually I run out with the bagels, or the bagel that I had. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna have to eat the other one. And this is why I said that the plate with the other bagel was important, because apparently while I was feeding the chickens, the seagull was flying like right past, or like right around the beach house that we were renting, and it saw that there was a plate with an unoccupied bagel. So it just landed onto the plate and it started trying to grab onto the bagel, and as I turned around, the seagull grabbed the bagel and just flew off. I just remember seeing that, just like, damn it. God damn it. And I turned to the house. I turned to the back door, and I just see that, like, all my family is awake and in the backyard. And they just saw that, and they were just laughing their heads off. So I just entered the house, took another bagel, cut it in half, put the slices into the toaster oven, and then put some more butter on it, and just went into the backyard. Never left that plate unoccupied, and just ate the bagel. That. Oh my god! Like that was so funny that happened. And but other than that, nothing much happened in Seattle. So then we were supposed to go to Victoria, Canada, but we weren't taking an airplane. We were taking a ferry over to Victoria. Not really much there. We were just watching the ocean and like eating lunch, whatever. I think the ferry that we took had like pizza slices, but the pizza slices were in like their own individual boxes, which I thought was interesting. I never seen that happen. And not much happened there. I don't remember if this one hotel that I remember. I don't remember if this was I don't remember if this was in Victoria or Vancouver, but there was this hotel that my parents talked about, where it was a hotel where at the bottom of it were like fast food places or restaurants or whatever. And like again, I don't know if it was Vancouver or Victoria, but the biggest memory that I have is that at the time that this was happening, I think McDonald's was doing like Avengers toys, and one of the ones that I got, or the one that I got, was like a Hulk toy, where if you like press a button on its back, it just like flexes its arms. And I remember playing with that toy for a bit. And I did something really stupid, because the hotel room that I had, or that we had a sunroom. And I thought, hey, it could be fun to play with this toy that's like hanging out the window. So I open the window. I'm like, I have my arm extended outwards out the window, playing with the toy. And then it slips out of my grip, and it just goes flying to the ground, and it hits the roof. And funnily enough, it didn't break. It didn't break the toy or anything. In fact, nothing happened to it. And except for maybe it got scratched a little bit. So I'm like, shit. So I left it there overnight, and then like the next day, I was the first one to wake up. So I'm just like, okay, I'm just going to sneak out the front door, go out onto the roof, because I know there's a door that goes to the roof on our side. So sneak out, go onto the roof, and then grab the toy, right? And yeah, it was successful. I snuck out. No one noticed. I went out onto the roof. I don't think I got noticed. And I went and grabbed the toy. So I'm like, all right, sweet. Now I just need to go upstairs and go to this door in order to get back inside. So I go upstairs. I go to the door. Won't open. It just won't open because I needed a card. So I'm like, oh, shit. Well, I'm going to have to wait out here. And if I get yelled at, I understand. That was stupid of me. And of course, the first person to notice me was my mom, because she just walks out the front door, sees me out there, and just opens it. And it's like, "What are you doing out here?" I'm like, "I dropped the toy." And of course, she tells that to like the rest of my family, which I wasn't really that upset about, because understandably I was kind of stupid. But yeah, that was a funny memory that I remember, or stupid memory that I have. The rest of the trip, nothing much. On the way back, for some reason this stuck with me. On the way back on like the long airplane over from like Seattle to Albuquerque or whatever, I'm seated in between like this other family. I don't even know what their names were, but on my right was like this kid who, which by the way, at the time the DSi was like the biggest Nintendo handheld product, which eventually became the 3DS, which I still have mine. It's just over there right now. So I got the he was playing with the DSi. He was also playing with me with like his own toys, and on the left was I believe to be his grandfather, because he looked to be like 60 something, maybe, just about. And that was like my entire flight back from Seattle to Albuquerque, for like a good while. And then as we're like, as I'm there, here I just remember like the stewardess, she comes up and she's like, "Do you guys need anything?" I'm like, yeah. Do you have those? Do you have like those animal cracker or things? Because they have like little animal cracker packets, whatever." So I asked her if she has those, and she's like, "This isn't the same flight as you usually took, but we might have something. But we might. I'm gonna have to check the fridge." And of course, she checks the fridge, and then like maybe a minute later, she comes back, hands me the animal cracker packet, and she just went like, "This must be your lucky day. That was the last packet in the fridge." I'm like, well, damn, okay. But yeah, after the flight from Seattle to Albuquerque, it turns out the flight that we were taking is also the flight from Albuquerque to Dallas. And so I took the opportunity to change my seats to then sit in between my brother Alex and my dad. Which the rest of the trip, not much happened there. I don't know if I still have any of the stuff from that trip though. We still have one thing actually. Not sure if I can grab it right now because we probably stashed it away for like open house because the house being sold and all that. But what it was Z, you might know about this. It's the Miga, MIGA. Hey, we had a plushie of that character, or at least my brother did. Let me pull up a picture of them. Let's see. Winter Olympics. Thanks. Miga. Images. Was it that one? How good is the image in this one? That'll have to work. So put you over here, put you there, or you there. This isn't going to be a good image, but it's basically this little doll here. Or this thing right here. Here. And my brother had a plushy version of this, right? We still kind of have it. The scarf is missing, and the nose, I think, got bit off. But orca bear. Yeah, it does kind of look like a bear version of an orca. But yeah, that's kind of about it. Aside from like the time that that trip was like the first time I've had a chocolate donut with sprinkles, because I've always had a chocolate donut, but I never had one with sprinkles. So I asked if they can do that, and they were just like, "Yeah, sure." And let me tell you, that was probably the best chocolate donut with sprinkles I've ever had, because that was like a chocolate cake, basically. That was a chocolate cake, and I loved it. Anyway, so that pretty much sums it up. So let's start the game up. Which I did look at the fan wiki and to see like what type of pages that I can get. There was 25 pages. There was supposed to be 13 pages that I can get pre the expansion on tribal Tribal Stack Tropics. But for post-expansion, there's 12. There's 12 extra ones. So I'm just like, oh boy. 25 pages to get on Tribal Stack Tropics. I'm going to be playing this game for a while, ain't I? So I had to look up, like I mostly wanted to look it up just to see, like, how do I get certain pages? Like, what are some of the requirements? Hold on one sec. Hold up. Let me bring this here. Live screen. It's gonna show. There we go. Okay. Hey, actually, now that I'm here, actually, let me change this to... No, shit. Whoops. Yooka-Laylee. There we go. Update. Should be good? Okay. And now let's get back into the game. I don't even remember where I was. I might have to change the resolution on this. Actually. Hey, let me do that real quick. Options. Options. Display, and then change it from full screen. There we go. That way it should be slightly easier. Let me do that, do this, and then hold up. I need to bring this up just in case. Let's see. Yeah, okay. Hey, it's just in case. It's just in case I wanted to bring it up. That's all. All right. So, go to here. Yeah. So we currently have 10 pages. I found 15. But it doesn't say like how many. It doesn't say like which ones I've done though, which kind of sucks, but it's fine. Okay, so we're here, weirdly enough. Don't know what I'm doing in Shipwreck Creek. Gonna have to take a little bit to get back to where I was. Alright. And then hop! Go here. Up. And then jump. And then we're inside. What's funny is that the first one that was listed in the pre-expansion one, was actually the one that I finished on the first time here. So that's what I thought. I thought that was kind of funny that I managed to accidentally get that right. Yeah, I had to learn that from you. Which that's great to know about. So no idea what I'm supposed to do with that, but I'll just leave that there for right now. Right, gotta do this. That's just thunder, don't worry. I might lose connection here. I might lose the stream. And so yeah, do be aware of that if that does happen. And if I just randomly stop, that's probably because of the thunder outside. So just be aware of that. Okay, so I did the Rextro one, kind of. And I did this one. Which I eventually found out that this person's name is Clara Lost. Which is a joke name for Lara Croft. I thought it was really funny to learn about. I did the Shovel Knight one. The Shovel Knight one was up here. I already did this one. And I did the Nimble Racing one. Well, I did one of them because there's a second one that I need to do. I need to figure out how to do that one though. There was another one with like a DNA ray where if I use the DNA ray, I get turned into a flower. Which the entire idea is that like I'm supposed to turn into a flower, talk to one of the flowers, and then like it's supposed to tell me that like, yeah, you have to pollinate with like my 6 other sisters, and I'm just like, you basically just told me to fuck your sisters. Like seriously. Yeah, why not? Might as well. Oh. Yeah, that one. This game basically just told me to have sex with a flower. So, yeah, what's up? Hey, handsome. I haven't seen you around here before. Man, my plant sisters nearby could do with a strapping flower like you in their lives. Tell you what, if you can help my sisters grow, I'll reward you with a romantic gift. What do you say? I guess if I have to, I kind of have to, I guess. So, where would one of them be? I think that's one over there. No, that's not one. Leave me be. Okay? Hey, I need a flower to mate with. There's one. Hey, do you guys know where the nearest flower is? Not that one, but another one. Disrespectful. Don't even want to show me around. That's another one that I need to do. Finding the pagey pieces. Let's see. You're one. It's a bit early for that kind of thing, don't you think? Don't tell that lizard I'm bad, but I heard from the grapevine there's a ghost hidden underneath the entrance to this world. And that grapevine is a trustworthy guy. I guess not you? Yeah, I guess I don't have to do that one first. What is happening? What is happening to me? Is this normal? Oh. Yeah, alright, well, I think it's best that I like map out where each flower is, first and foremost. Okay, so there's one. There's another one somewhere, obviously. Captain Obvious here, Captain Obvious here, at your service. Was there one back here? Maybe there was. Who knows? Was that the other one? Yeah, then that's another one that I have to get to. Let's see. No, you. Oh. Oh, no, wait, I'm stupid. It's those flowers. It's those flowers that are near them, aren't they? Okay. The game is really not that specific in what it wants. Okay. So there's 4. Where's 5 and 6? Trying to have a quick look around. There might be one back here. Yeah, thought so. And there's that last one up there, which I'm not quite sure how to get to that one. Oh, weird. Yeah. Okay, so if I just hold shift, I just randomly turn back. So wait, if I just do this actually, then I could just go here, and then break those down. Okay, now it's easier. Now it's easier for me to get up there. Okay. Yeah. Can I still enter, I can't. I was gonna say, can I enter aim mode while I'm like this? But it appears I can't. That's gonna be interesting. And then... there we go. Last one. Well, thanks for helping my sisters grow. Hot stuff. You certainly swooped them off their roots. Here's a romantic gift. Thanks. Whoa, you guys are doing great. We'll have the one book return earned and filled in no time. Yeah. Remember, you can choose to expand worlds by returning to the Grand Tome entrance. Alright, I'm gonna turn back. There we go. Okay, so there's also the pig one that I've heard about. Actually, there's supposed to be one underwater too. Oh, I believe. Yeah, yeah. Oh shit, but there's... Oh, damn it. Hold up! Oh boy, that's gonna be annoying to deal with. Okay. Oh no. Okay. That's gonna be tricky. So I gotta hit that. Obviously, okay. I gotta hit the button somehow. But I kind of need to like. I kind of need to like hit it while I'm moving. Which that's gonna suck. Let me... Yeah, I hear the page. Okay, maybe not do that one. Okay, so I'm gonna have a quick look at the wiki for this. Just see like which ones I don't have. Activate the floating platforms. I did that. Dry Canal Race did that. Complete Duke's Temple Shootout did that. Solve the Triple Stack Tile Puzzle did it. Pollinate Plant Bulbs did it. Time Reptile Roll Hoop Challenge. What? In between Nimbo's Mountain and the Duke's Temple are a giant pile of rocks, and once a button is pressed, a 14-second timer will start for the duo to race to the finish. It's using the reptile roll a bit. Okay, no, I did that one. Assist Planker. Collect the flying pagey on top of the Duke's Temple. Collecting all the other pagey. Piece of paper for Planker does not reward another pagey. There are 2 ways to retrieve these pagies. What? Use the Flappy Flight ability. By using the Flappy Flight ability, the player can collect the flying pagey. Oh yeah, it's like space and then hold space. It's like space, then press space again, but hold the second time. Okay. And let me attempt that. And it's like right. Was this Duke's Temple? Is this Duke's Temple? Let me see. No, let's see. Yeah, this is the Duke's Temple one. Okay. Hey, let's get back into this. What was it? Alt? Yeah, Alt. I need to... At points I need a refresher on a... I need like a refresher on controls. Get rid of you. And get rid of you. Get rid of you. And then there's like one more over that way. There we go. Yeah, so the rolling hoop thing was that one right there. That one was kind of difficult, but okay, so I need. Yeah, so there's pages up there, but I need to find a way to get up there. Let's see what else the wiki has to say about this. Okay, but it doesn't say how I get up there. It just says, like, how do I do this? Okay. It's gotta be something. There's gotta be something to help me. Oh, hold up. Oh, shit. Hold on. Oh, shit. Nope, no. Okay. Nope. Come on. Like, there's got to be a way to get up top, right? There's got to be something. There is this for some reason. No idea. Nope. 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 No. God. The controls here are just really flighty. Hey. There we go. Okay. Now, I talk to you. Ah, good. You must be the garb. You must be the garbage man. Well, actually... Oh, look at the state of the planker's roof. Everywhere you look, there's flying rubbish. And what kind of rubbish? Yes, but... Do you have any idea how hard it is to shift an ancient rooftop apartment into today's housing market? Exceedingly hard, especially with those swirling trash. Yeah, why don't you fly up there and clean up this garbage? Yeah, that funny purple vacuum cleaner of yours must have an extension cable. Come on, Laylee. Let's clean up this mess. Okay. I think I can get this one? Nope, that is a little too far out. Let me go over here then. Nope, timed it wrong. Okay. Nope, wrong distance. Gotta be a little closer. Nope, no, 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 nope. Okay. Nope. No, 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 no. Damn it. Oh, great, I'm at the bottom. Okay. There's got to be an easier way to get up there. There's no way that can be the way up. Like, seriously, there's got to be a way, another way up there. Like, is there a better way up here? Because I think this is like the most BS way of doing it. No, god damn it. Okay. Alright, there we go. Nope, no, 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 no. My distancing here is way off for some reason. What was the other method? What was the other method here? Where was it? It was right here. What was it? More difficult and is the unofficial way of collecting the Pagey. However, doing this will allow Yooka and Laylee to collect an extra early Pagey before learning and the Flappy Flight ability. The strategy requires the player to learn the Lizard Leap ability and the Glide ability. Hey. Hey, wait, so... Oh. Oh, okay, so I'm not supposed to get this one yet. Oh. That would make sense. Okay. Hey, I'm not supposed to get that one quite yet. Okay, so we'll skip over that one. We'll skip over this one here. Assembling the Pagey pieces. And trouble so forest. Okay. Yeah, so we're gonna skip this one. And go for this one that's down here. Okay.
What are you supposed to be?
I'm a Pagey piece. I got torn up by capital beast enforcers and thrown in this jungle. My other pieces have been scattered nearby. Please, find my other 3 pieces, and I'll be whole again.
You poor thing. Don't worry. We'll reunite you with yourself.
I thought this was supposed to be a modern game, Yooka.
Collectibles used to come in one piece. Yeah, if you haven't noticed it yet, this game is kind of meta. That's another one that I can do. The night one. Alright. Well. I just randomly picked that one.
I'm the second Pagey piece.
Whatever. Whatever, I guess. Yeah, there's also a ghost one that I need to figure out. Some ghost ones that I need to figure out here. Okay, so there's one.
I'm the third Pagey piece. One more to go.
Okay.
Wow, that's all of them. Now come back and assemble me. You found all my pieces. Finally, I'm free.
Not for long, Goldie.
Alright, let's see. Collect the underwater Pagey. Needs at least one ability from later game. Deactivates the current underwater by the bottom of Nimbo's mountain. Easier said than done. That one. And it's basically this one. And like I need to figure out like how to no. So I'm guessing it. Okay. Okay, so this is probably the one that I can't use yet, because this might need like an underwater ability. Oh shit, I forgot to turn off Discord notifications. Hold up. No, not that one. It's not that one. And just clear notifications real quick. User settings, streamer mode, turned on. Okay. Hey, and we're good to go. Okay, so... right. Locate all the members of the Knights of Hamelot. And again, speak to Sir Scoffsalot in the Tribal Stack Force and accept his quest. Nah. Okay, so that's how I get into the tribal village. Okay. So... where was it? It was back here, I think. Nope, not this way. 'Cause that just leads back to there. Back to the entrance, so I don't need to go there. Come on, refill, refill. There we go. And then hard right. And then get rid of you guys, get rid of you, get rid of you, get rid of you. I need some health. Okay. Oh, good day to you, young warriors. I think you've got a weight-related name. Come on then, what is it?
They call one Sir Scoffsalot, and I am a proud knight of Hamelot. I knew it. Carry on then. Tell us about your brave quest for treasure.
Indeed. Once fellow knights and I are engaged in a daring hunt for the great Rambo's secret treasure place. For security reasons, we split our search into 4 separate locations. However, one is currently feeling a little too burdened to locate them. Might thou assist in locating my... yeah, whatever, dude. Excellent! My first night isn't far. Allow one to bestow a clue. My feet are wet. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, whatever, man. Whatever. I can only do that for so much. Okay. Where are you? There you are. There we go. Okay, full on health. Okay, so... Forest... Lady loots a lot under the tilted bridge. Which was... this way? Oh yeah. Hello.
Alright, move along, and nothing to see here.
Hello there. Sir Scoffsalot sent us to find you. Something about finding treasure.
Oh, it's a lot swag, it's not of your business. Hands off. I'll give you a clue to where my partner is, but that's it.
No more riddles. Can you just show us where he is?
Of course not. That'd be far too easy.
Well, I got the wiki here, so...
Here's the clue. His bow takes too far around the island with the high score.
Okay, so where Rextro is. So, gotta go this way. Don't fall into there, idiot. And then stop. Gotta be up here. And then no, damn it. Okay. Okay, so somewhere around here. Let's see. Ah, here you are. Hello there. Are you one of the Knights of Hamelot?
Me? No, absolutely not. I'm just a bird watcher. Boring old bird watcher.
Well, one of the characters on this island is a knight, and it's not the dinosaur.
Why, and if you remember me, as Sir Shoots-a-lot, Knight of Hamelot.
It's the full set of armor that gave it away. Give us your clue then.
Oh yes, the treasure. Near the woods, explore the tomb underneath.
Don't you mean below? That would rhyme with that would rhyme like the others.
Bah! I knew I'd forgotten something important. Ask me again if you forget, and I'll try harder.
Wait, that completely went over my head. Can I hear that again?
Okay, let me try again. Near the woods, ramp pro. Now, explore the tomb underneath. Bah!
Okay, so I'm gonna have to go back to Rextro at some point because there's another pagey that I have to get from him, and I think if I were to get the high score, because he gives 2 pages. The first one is like the first one he gives, the first one he gives is if you beat the thing. The second one he gives is if you beat the high score with at least 2 minutes 29 seconds. From what I've heard. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna get this one. Near the behind the arcade machine, which is on the east tribal stack tropics by the man-made canal. Lastly, you speak to Lady Leapalot in Rampo's treasure chamber, which is located inside the canal that goes through Rampo's temple. Oh. What? So it's in the canal somewhere. But it doesn't... It doesn't really specify where. Let's see. Thought that would do something. Hmm. Okay, so past here. Nope. Hmm. What about here? Come on, this has to be it. Like there's something in there. Hmm. Hmm. Like, it doesn't... On the inside of the canal that goes through Rampo's temple. Okay, where is Rampo's temple? Great. It doesn't even show a picture. Near Duke's temple, the tribal canals run through the bottom of the structure, and the top of the temple. The top of this temple hosts the first boss of Yooka-Laylee, the Great Rampo. Oh, okay, that thing. And so it's in that area. Okay. Hey, which is back here, actually. It's not here. Here, it's like right around here. Here. And this is where the Great Rampo is. Come on. Okay, so there's a temple somewhere around here. Alright, there's like a chamber somewhere around here. Let's see. Like, it doesn't... What bugs me is that it doesn't necessarily say how do you get in there. Let's see. I know there's only one pagey in there. I think. Yeah, only one. Backside of Rampo's temple in the Tribal Stack Canals and Tribal Stack Tropics. Like, I feel like I need to find a way to get up there. Okay. Whoa, Laylee! Check out this mysterious pirate treasure. Wonder if there's more to find in the other grand tomes. Alright, great. That was useful. Does it help? No, it didn't. Where, oh, where is it? The only logical explanation that I have is this. But this doesn't do anything. This might also have to be one that I'm gonna have to look at later. So, I'm gonna have to hold off on this one. And probably go for the Rextro high score arcade thing. Which is, I have to beat it in 2 minutes, 29 seconds. Let's hope I have the mental capacity for that. Yeah, whatever. Okay. Yeah, no problem. Sure. I just need to remember the controls. Okay, so that's a drive and that's a shoot. I like how some of these are like Easter eggs. I think the Jax one is Jack and Daxter, maybe. Okay. I guess, not sure. Okay, so nope. Nope. Damn it. Okay. And then up. No. Okay. On. Nope. Damn it. Okay. That's not a bad respawn. 5 laps. Oh, damn it. Yeah, I feel like I'm gonna be here for a bit. Of course. Of course. Saved it. No, damn it. There's no way that... Huh? Okay. I guess I guess I beat it.
Wow, Master! No, I can't believe you beat. And I scored! Now friends receive ultimate prize. 3-letter entry on arcade. Leaderboard. Please, friends. Red humor is leaderboard name. And on golden piece of paper.
Sure, Extra. Well, bring this right back.
Seriously, how did he survive the HD era?
You friends want to play again?
No. Because I think that'd be too much. Wait, did I beat the high score? Because I feel like I did. I think I got anything from it, though. Well, whatever. Let's go do the second Nimble one. Beat Nimble in the Frozen Canal, which I'm supposed to go to Nimbo. Make Nimbo rain using a splash berry to fill the Tribal Stack Canal with fresh, clean water. Induce Nimbo to rain snow to freeze the Tribal Stack Canal. I need to find a way to get up there, though. Let's see. What if I go in here? What happens? Where would I be? Where would I pop out to? Not this way. Okay. Let's see. Up here. And then up here. If I remember correctly, it's like this way? Because I know I have to go through like a door. I have to go through like some kind of entryway of sorts. But I don't remember which one it was. Was it this one? I don't think it was. No, because I never seen you. Time to speed it up a bit. And stop right there. Go up this way. And this way. I think this was the path. Let's see. Yeah. And I think it was this way? Let's see. Go through here. Yeah, it's this way. Okay. Alright, I'm changing the resolution back to full screen. Well, no. I kind of want to change the resolution back because this whole thing is kind of bugging me a little. Yeah, sure. Right, and Nimbo was down this way. Alright, where'd that be a splash berry? Is this a splash berry? It is. The vapor went straight through Nimbo. Holy shit, that was quick. Well, alright then. And then take this one. Nimbo's relieved to get that out. Now everything's frozen. Okay. Is that all for Nimbo stuff? Let me see. Just checking. That appears to be all of them. Okay. Hey, so. Oh, this is gonna be annoying. I'm good. Okay. Let me try to find some enemies or some butterflies to gobble up. No, god damn it. Okay.
My racetrack, it's rock solid.
That's probably something to do with the coal we gave your uncle.
Oh, a strong cumulonimbus like him will be just fine. I said we take advantage and have ourselves a nice race.
Let's see what it entails.
Come on then. Yeah, we're not afraid in of icy track conditions, especially since I won't be the one touching the floor. One lap. First through all gates wins. Let's go.
Oh shit. Really? Of course I end up turning in the wrong direction. God damn it. Come on. Come on. Come on.
And the imaginary crown go wild. You cheating bag of air. Dice doesn't affect your grip. Oh, my grip is very strong on all surfaces. Maybe you have time for another go.
Yeah, that was offhanded bullshit.
Hey, go on then. We'll beat you this time.
The camera ended up changing. That's my excuse. No, god damn it. It's the stupid camera changing. Okay. I blame the camera changing, that's all. Yeah, whatever. Okay. Okay, I got a good start. Okay.
Impressive. You won.
That's our rule, Nimble.
Well done.
Here's a paper-based gold medal, and may you treasure it forever.
Not likely. We'll be spending this on more
World shortly. Again, you just shat on me. Okay. Man. Holy shit. Okay. What? Well, actually, what was the next one after that? Well, aside from the Shovel Knight one. Repair the broken bridge. Okay. In between Duke's Temple and the man-made section of the canal, near the arcade machine. Okay, so exactly where I thought it was would be replaced with the smiley platforms. The middle smiley platform brings the player up to a small floating island with invisible wooden platforms. Okay, so I've already done that one. Cardo's Challenge. Meet Cardos on the Tribal Stack Mountain, and the player must complete the minecart challenge of Tribal Stack Tropics by collecting 60 gems by the end of the minigame. Hopefully I can do that. Let's go, I guess. So, if I remember correctly, it was up this way, down towards here. And then we go up here, and then this way. Just looking at something, don't worry. Okay, so, you're Cardos. Hello there. Who might you be?
Howdy, strangers. My name's Carlos.
Let me guess. The God of War?
Oh. God of War joke. I get it.
I have no idea what y'all blabbering about, miss. My job's to ride the whales of them grand tomes and bring back gold. Well, I've not seen much treasure in a long time. Nobody cares for us minecart fellas no more.
Sorry, what did you say? I wasn't paying attention.
Nice to meet you, Cardos. We're searching for Pages. Do you think we'll find any on your tracks?
You'll find plenty when you're inside me, boy. There's gold and then there are mine shafts. Say, how's about you, critter?
Well, okay. Whoopsies. Sure thing, Cardos. We'll give it a try.
Oh, boy, just like the old days. If you're around to rustle on your sales of Pagey, you'll be needing to collect 60 gems on my track before y'all reach the million. Do you need to know the controls, critters?
Yes.
You'll be needing space to jump, Z to fire, and these to boost or brake.
Okay, so the basic stuff. But it's easy. See? Easy.
Yeehaw! Nice one, partners!
Easy.
Woo-wee! And the rails after all these years, they feel like a young Minecraft again.
I think your dusty old cart has given me a rash.
Thanks for showing an old card a good time. Here's a pagey.
That was easy. I don't know what that's for. That might be important. Oh. Whoa, it's a bit windy up here. Right, that was another one, the windy one. The windy challenge. Okay, I don't need to do that one yet. Hoop challenge on the west side floating island near the tribal stack monument. And the player must jump through a ring of hoops to gain a pagey. Where the hell is that? I'm good. I'm okay. In dire need of some health, though. Let's see. I need some bird flare. Yes. Where's some bird flares? Where's some bird flares? Where are they? Not there. Let's see. Bird flare, where are you? I'll be taking you. Come on, come on. Is there another one? Nope. Okay. There we go. Okay. So, clear the hoop challenge on the west side floating island near the tribal stack monument. Where is that? That might have just been the one that I was at. Was that the one that I was supposed to be at? Let's see. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. I'm stupid. That was the one I was at. It's right this way. Okay, so gotta go back to them, I think. Ah, okay.
Look, it's me. Amazing. And life extender. Collect this to extend your health.
Well, that makes it easier. Okay. Okay. Okay, so go through here. And somewhere around here is supposed to be... like a floating island of sorts. Okay, so probably not the best route to take, that one. Let me try a different route. Doesn't say how to access them, it just says that you need to go here. Which is weird, but okay. What are you guys doing over here? Maybe you can help? No. Okay. Where do you take me? You are inside the monument, which doesn't help. Really? God damn it. What do you have to say?
Hey! Come and join the view?
Nope. We've come to collect the... you.
To free me, you'll have to complete this course by gliding through the hoops. Don't ask why. It's just the way they do things up at these altitudes. Good luck, and try not to look down.
I can do this easily. Oh, that way. Easy. Okay, so was that one? Spew water on Mr. Blowy. Singular Mr. Blowy requests for water on the 3rd floor of the Tribal Stack Monument. The player must use the water ability from Splash Berries to spew on... Is Mr. Blowy who I think it is? Yeah, okay. Hey. So... go back this way. So I'll have it here.
Mr. Blowy, gasping for a drink. Throat all dry from hard days puffing.
God damn it. Of course. Okay. There we go.
Water! Mr. Blowy can finally continue his job blowing air in a linear direction.
How much of a job is it?
Beats cleaning the streets.
Really? Alright. Come on. Get it? Get it? There we go. Okay, so there's that one. This one I can skip. Assist Blastui inside the Trouble Stack Monument. That one I need to skip to find all Ghost Riders, all 200 quills, and then defeat the Great Rampo. These I can beat. Okay, so the Ghost Riders, I need to figure out which one does what. Okay, so the yellow one I've already got. The pink image, the pink largemouth Ghost Rider. It's very easy to please. It's just hungry. Feed it either frost berries or bomb berries, and I'll allow itself to be collected. Okay, so angry. The red demon-like Ghost Rider. It loves a good fight, and it will attack the duo when they approach. After it's been hit a few times, it'll be satisfied with the fight and allow itself to be collected. Okay, so I just need to hit that one a few times. What a thought, but okay. Okay. I can't see the chat right now. I have the thing up right at the moment, so no, damn it. I'll be taking that. And then, yeah, it's this one right here. Come on. Come on, come on. Okay. Okay, so that's that one. Eevee, a green snake-like ghost rider. It enjoys being chased and will float away from the duo whenever they approach. Rapid movement is required, but as soon as it is touched, it'll be collected. I don't even know where that one is. I have to find that one somewhere. Also, while I'm at it, I might as well... I'll get this guy.
Nimbo's been holding that for ages.
Yeah, now it's just water. It's like great. And then get this.
Nimbo is immensely satisfied.
And we're good. Now I can just jump down there and I should be fine. And of course I missed it. My idea was great, but my aim was like a stormtrooper. Alright. Let's see. I gotta find the green one somewhere. No idea where it is. Let me see momentarily. Flashes through its giggle. Got it. Okay. That's the blue one. That was the blue one. Blue cloaked ghost rider. It starts off invisible, only being seen in momentary flashes through it. Giggling can be heard a fair distance away. In order to be collected, it must first be revealed by Laylee's sonar shot ability. Alright, now that just leaves the green one, which, God knows where that one is. Maybe if I do this, it'll appearance, location. Where in trouble? Oh my God. So it appears in different locations. Well, it appears in all the worlds, but I need to like figure out like where it would be. I have to head to work now. Good luck. Sorry I'm not super chatty lately. It's fine, man. It's fine. Where would it be? I feel like I ran into it at some point, but I don't remember where. I also still need to do the treasure chest one. Whatever the way to do that one is. Yeah. Okay, that wasn't me. For some reason W got stuck. I don't know what happened. Like, seriously, where would it be? It doesn't specify like where it is. It just says like, hey, there's a green one, and around here somewhere. Yeah, that's helpful. Can you give me a location at least? Like, god damn. Can't be that hard to just give me a location. Can't be over here, because that's where the pink one was. Ah, there it is. I see it. It's in the distance. There we go. Okay. That's all the Ghost Rider ones, but now I need to do all the quills, which that might be tough. That's gonna take a while. Well, I guess before I do that, I can do the Rampo one. Which I know that one's gonna take a bit of time. Yeah, I know. Not even gonna bother. Shut up. Phew. All right, come on. There we go. And then up here. Okay, I can't do all of them. Now that I'm thinking about it, I can't do all because I need extra abilities for those. Shit. Okay. No, 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 no. Okay. Try it again. Yeah, whatever, whatever. Yeah, I get it, okay? Calm down. Let me heal up a bit. No, no, no. God. I should be making those jumps. Really? I really should be making those jumps. Come on. That one I just timed it wrong. Okay. That's fine.
Stop! Grandpa's dental payments are well overdue.
That one I had to do it because I didn't get this far. Alright.
Let's see how they deal with this, mortal pests.
Oh boy. The answer is not that great. God. No, God damn it! God damn it! God damn it! God damn it! I should have made that. I should have made that. I should have made that. Great. Immediately screwed it up. Son of a bitch. Wait, what am I... This pattern makes no sense whatsoever. Like, this is not making any sense. That's a fucking... What is this pattern? This pattern makes no sense. Does this make any sense? I don't think it makes any sense. What? Am I supposed to... Okay, am I supposed to have, like, something else? Because I don't think I'm ready... I'm supposed to be ready for this. Because I feel like I need to... Well, okay, I can always come back. I can always come back to this. So I don't need to be doing this right off the bat. So I'm just gonna head back to the Ivory Towers and then just go to the glacier place, whatever. Because this is gonna frustrate the shit out of me if I keep going. Actually, what's up there? Now I'm thinking about it, because there seems to be a door. Great. Okay. So go here. Well, whatever. I'm gonna go to the glacier place, whatever. Yeah, sure, whatever. But you were talking about Spyro. Uh-huh, okay. Great. Okay. Please don't tell me I have to go through the quiz again. No, I don't. Okay. Sweet. God. The camera here kind of annoys me. Like, it's very... I mean, it's very old style, but it bugs me.
How do a lizard and a bat become friends anyway? That doesn't make any sense.
Okay.
You'll need 3 of us pages to unlock this world. Do you want to unlock Glitter Glaze Glacier?
Yeah, I got like 15 or whatever, so why not?
Don't forget, you can choose to expand this world once you've found 5 pages. Just stand on the Grand Tome switch when you're ready. Here, the expanded version of Glacier Glaze Glacier introduces a different perspective.
Well, let me have a feel of the map first. Alright. Uh-huh. Okay, I'm gonna need like an extra thing here for that, so then good to go. I see the yellow one. See the yellow Ghost Rider. Which I need to acquire that somehow. Fuck off, assholes. There you are.
Yeah, welcome. Lovely to see you. How do you rate the new office? Poor. You don't even have a roof over your head. Ah, yes. A trouser co apologizes for any inconvenience while we refurbish our premises. Before I showcase our latest stunning maneuvers, can I offer you a cup of tea, coffee, pyro movie disc? No thanks, Trouser. We're only interested in the moves today. Hold up, what movies does he have?
Really? God damn it. Off already? Hurry back before somebody snaps up my deals. Alright, I guess I gotta learn the other moves by going to different worlds. That's annoying, but okay. Well, first and foremost, let's minimize this, just so I can, because I mean, at least want to have a feel of the damn place. Nope. Damn it. Okay. All right. I know what to do there. It's a time thing. Which, God, that's gonna be frustrating if I screw it up. Come on. Okay. And then get you. And then there's a Ghost Rider that I can kind of get to up this way. And then go up here. So I need a berry of sorts. Brr, it's cold in here. I think we need to warm up. God. What does this thing want from me for right now? Let me just look around here. Get these quills. Alright. That's just great. How the fuck? I'm pretty sure I hit first. Damn. I gotta mess with the DNA array right now. Come on. Alright, not much to go off of right now. Okay, that is not. Okay, okay. I feel like it's bad every time I have to check the time because I feel like I'm just getting way too tired for this. For right now, I don't know why. Come on, you annoying little fuck. Get over here. Son of a bitch. Trying to keep calm. So, what do you have to offer? Same stuff as last time. Right. I'm pretty sure I fucking dodged you, asshole. God. Damn. And there goes the thing again. Not sure why that happens. Like, other than that, I don't know where else to go. Might as well check in here, I guess. See what this has to offer. Pretty sure I fucking hit you first. No idea what this is supposed to be, but okay. Just exploring. Okay, can't make that. Good. It's limiting places that I can and can't go. Great. Great to hear. Man, am I even gonna have the energy to... Piss off. What do you have to say? Finally, you're here. Hurry up and get to work, or Planker's firewood, for sure. Good, this level needs warming up. Shut it, goth girl! Now, do what sculptors are paid for, and sort out that dodgy statue. But we're not... Quiet!
Get to work. When Capital B finds out I accidentally botched this nice new sculpture, he'll put in a neighborhood dispute complaint for sure. You'll need plenty of power to fix those imperfections for sure. I don't think we're equipped to... Nah, stop brambling and fix that statue! You sculptor types are all the same. All talk and no action. If you want your payment, you better get a move on.
Payment? Yes, sir! God, shit. Mm-hmm. Pretty sure I hit first. No idea what that did, but okay. At least they're done and dealt with. Come on. Damn it. Son of a bitch, dude. Of course I didn't do anything. It's fine. It's fine. Oh, come on. Really? Damn it. No. Really? That's the only place. And that fuck. On. I can... You gotta be kidding me. How the fuck am I supposed to make that in time? I can think of one way, but... It's just utter bullshit. Come on, come on. Well, glad to see that was useless. Fuck, man. Alright. Try again. Try again. Come on. Then go down here, up here. I got this side left. Nope. Get back down here. My God. Alright. Trying to keep relaxed, trying to keep cool.
About time. I was expecting Capital B to come home from the shops at any moment. Here you are then. Take your reward and clear off, useless sculptors.
Thanks, Blanker, but we're not...
Yeah, enough talk! Clear off!
Ugh. Son of a bitch. Okay, take a bit of a break. Like, I'm really... I don't want to feel like I'm tired, but I'm weirdly tense and stressed out for some reason. I think it's like drink of water might help. Let me... Hold on, I'll be right back. I'm just gonna get myself some water. Alright, I'm back. Sorry, I had to take a bit of a bathroom break too. Should have muted the mic. That's fine. Sorry, my neck is weirdly tense. I don't know why. Okay. So, because then that's what the berries are for. What are the berries for? Just seems like such a weird thing to just be there, but nothing. Maybe it's for like the post expansion. On. Alright, well, guess I'm not even gonna be a part of this one. I don't know what it is, but it's just... For some reason, I just feel like I'm not having that much fun playing this. I don't know why. Like, I feel like it's... I kind of want to have fun, but I don't know what it is that's just making me just... It's not like I'm getting frustrated or anything. Like, I'm not getting upset at the game. But I'm just getting more upset at me for the fact that... And I don't really know what I'm supposed to be doing in some of these. Even with like the wiki, it doesn't really help much. Like if I were to ask it like what kind of a like where the location of where the Ghost Riders are, it would just go like, oh, it's in this map, and it's like, okay, can you tell me where in that map? Because that doesn't help. Like, no, that doesn't help nearly as much as you think it does. Like, I feel like I need a second special ability. I don't know what. Or like a third special ability. Let me try that. Well, first, I'm gonna expand this tome first. Yeah, whatever. Yes. Make it bigger. Sure, whatever. That way I have more to explore later. Okay. There's a page up here. But whatever. I don't really care for pages right now. I want the moves more than the pages. Which I'm believing the third one would be this way. Okay. Thanks for visiting. Play now before it gets shut down for rent appears. No, that's... God damn it. Okay, I need a frostberry somewhere. No idea where that is. Uh-huh. I don't care. Shut up. Where would a frostberry be, though? No. I need a frostberry, but where is it? Where would one of those be? Yeah, sure, whatever. There's gotta be... There's gotta be some... God. I'm really trying here, but I don't know where the fuck everything is. Oh, God. I have to make it here to here in like fast time. There we go. Okay. The archive. Okay. I have to get bother with you assholes. What do you have? Psst. Over here. Hey, Trouser. What are you doing? Slumped in this shady corner. I've got another free maneuver for you, but this one needs to stay off the books, pal. This next move was taught to me by a wise grandmaster. Wow, that sounds impressive. What is it? With this ancient buddy bubble technique, you can wield the of the ancient and walk underwater. Finally, something useful. How do we master these powers, Worm Boy? First, take a deep breath. Then, when underwater, push shift to release your gulp as a piping hot water bubble. Ugh. Is there a more socially acceptable method for walking underwater, Trouser? Not for free, there isn't. Why don't you try out your new move in that aquarium over there? Alright, I guess I have no choice. Okay. All right. And up. And then go up. All right. Now I can use that technique over on tropical tribal stack, whatever. Tribal stack tropics. That's what it was. I'm fucking dumb. Because there's a water thing that I need to do. The only way I can do that is by using this technique. Come on. Yeah, shut up. There we go. Okay. Let's try this. It is over this way. Right around here, kind of. Let's see. Alright. And then down here. Help! I'm stuck in perpetual motion. Please, someone turn these bubbles off. I should turn the bubbles off. And then, does that go towards the middle? I'm gonna get these. Okay. Nope. There we go. Whoa!
You found a stack load of us pages. Capital B will be furious. Don't forget, many of my friends are hiding in areas you can only find by expanding the Grand Tomes and Ivory Towers.
Yeah, no shit. Come on, come on. Okay. And where else? There is a water area here. This made me question. But it's just like a little shallow area. Alright, well, I guess I can check out what the casino area was. Or whatever the next area is. And then go up here. Wait. Where's there a frostberry? I'm thinking about it. Where's there a frostberry? I'll trust that for a second. This Ghost Rider, say they can help you. Or dead bro. Man, what a shit joke, dude. Okay. Come on. There we go. There's frostberries somewhere. Ah. Splashberries. Right. There we go. Yeah, sure, whatever. Shut up, man. And then go here. And then there's that area to the library, which I'm sure has something. And because there seems to be like a little level area in it that that would help me with stuff. Okay, so not gonna happen. Let's see what this area has. Waterworks. Okay, thought that would be activated by sound. Turns out, no. Just checking down here. Okay, so there's a page here. Oh no. Alright, not too hard, not too hard. And then swim upwards. Okay, so that leads back to Tribal Stack Tropics. Weirdly enough. This leads somewhere. Sure where. Okay, whatever. Just climbing up, climbing up. This is the marsh one. Let's see. Yeah, Moody Maze Marsh. Sure, whatever. I got enough. Why not? Remember, you can choose to expand this world once you've found 8 pages. Just stand on the Grand Tome switch when you're ready. Remember, Goldie, extra scenery, more annoying characters to help. You see, that character gets me. It gets my frustration. Uh-huh. Yeah, sure, whatever, man. You can tell I'm kind of getting out of it if I just stop voicing the characters. It's not that I don't want to, but it's like... Man, I'm for some reason not feeling it right now. Swim up, swim up. And then there's one area here, up that way. God knows what's up there. Uh-huh. Yeah, sure. Thought I could rush it. Like... Also, shut up, dude. Shut up. Maybe the marsh has something that can help. And go up here, and then let's at least have a look. Let's have a look at it. See what they have. On. Okay. Something down here? No? Okay. Always good to check. Always good to check. Okay. Alright, don't understand that logic. That's great. Let's go talk to Chowser. Welcome, friends. Lovely to see. Alright, sausage. Yes, the feds haven't caught up with you yet then. I've been thinking about launching a Chowser patented drone delivery business. New moves delivered right to your doorstep. Along with an expert instruction video by myself. What do you think? I'm going to trust you to deliver my takeaway. Yeah, super. Great to have your support. Now, why don't you have a look at what's in stock? Oh, wait. I just realized these. Sure, whatever. This next move is banned in 3 different modern game genres. Is it the quality insurance move? Of course. Nice. Anyway, I've noticed my green friend's tongue isn't quite as spectacular as it should be. With this upgrade, your slurp will be seriously improved with the ability to absorb the properties of your food. That sounds cool, Trouser. What kind of properties can I absorb? Fire, sticky honey, other bits. Have a look. Look on the internet. There's probably a list on there. Okay. Trousers, impressive, athletic. So I don't think that would be much. Full control and press Ace to jump. Sonar explosion and lizard lash. Okay. 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 And then don't think I want to be in this level quite yet. Also, can you assholes just fuck right off? Stop existing. My God. Hold on 1 sec. And then up we go. God damn. Also, my arms are kind of itchy. Huh, so 4 and 5 are both up there. But I don't have the quills for... I don't have the abilities for either. I'm gonna have to go back to World 1. Gonna have to go back to World 1 and then try some of the stuff, because one of the things in World 1 said that they required Lizard Leap. Let me see. So you go past here. And then here. So now I'm thinking about it. Yeah, shut the fuck up. Okay, I don't care. I wouldn't be able to make it. Nope, I don't think I would be. God damn. let's just keep going. Keep going. Alright, what was the one that required the lizard leap shit? What was it? Which one was it? It was the assist planker thing, but plants are the tallest pillar. This method is much more difficult and is the unofficial way of collecting the Pagey. However, doing this will allow Yooka-Laylee to collect an extra early Pagey before learning the flappy flight ability. I don't think it's worth it right now. Never thought I would get frustrated over something so stupid and minor. Yeah, sure. Whatever. I know where the fuck it is. God damn it. Damn it. I'm trying. I feel like this would work better on a controller, but I am not gonna put myself through the struggles of trying to set up a fucking controller. Because I remember last time when I tried doing it, I got way too frustrated for my own good. Piss off, asshole. Well, at least now I know how the, at least I know how Trousers, like, store thing works. Is that it? We spent our pages on a key? Oh, second ice key. Well, 2 is better than 1. What a ripoff. I was expecting an extra continent. Whatever. Okay, so what was the other thing about, like, the tongue thing? C. Okay, so it's just like an extra thing. Yeah, it's not that big of a deal. It's like right here-ish. Am I just like honey, covered in honey forever or something? No, okay. Oh shit. You gotta be shitting me! Also, how many... Okay, so I need 60. Wait for Lizard Lash and Sonar Explosion. Whatever. Okay. Let's try that again. Now that I know how that works. Okay. Shit. And that was me right-clicking it out of the game. Refresh on the power bar here a bit, and then grab all these quills. And first coin. Or first key. Whatever. How are we doing on time? Like, I don't know, I'm feeling tired, really. I don't know, I guess that could be it for part 2, maybe. Okay, I'm not gonna talk shit about the game. I don't think it's boring or anything. But it is just, it's a lot. It is a lot to look through. You know, it's a lot to look through is the best I can it's the best I can describe it because like you are going from like world to world. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just gonna. I'm just gonna stop there. See ya. Whatever. I'm tired.